What's up, everybody? What's going on? Justin here with a new review. This is, I believe, my first non-WWE and non-NXT review of 2019. This is the first review for MLW TV I'm going to be doing. My first review of 2019. And I'll do many other reviews of it, of their show every week. It's not going to be every week reviews. I may skip a couple months or something. So anyways, this is my MLW Major League Wrestling episode 44 review. I watched it on, you can watch this for free, MLW for free on their YouTube channel. They upload all their episodes. So this is my episode 44 review of Major League Wrestling, MLW Fusion. Up first, we had a middleweight matchup. It's kind of like a cruiserweight division, junior heavyweight division, middleweight matchup. DJZ, and what do you know? I'm wearing a DJZ shirt. DJZ taking on Monroe Reed. DJZ taking on Reed. A pretty good middleweight match. We had a couple of dives. DJZ dove under the top turnbuckle to the outside. That was pretty cool. Reed did a dive over the top rope, and that was cool. Anyways, Reed's dive was over the top rope, high cross body on a DJZ. And surprisingly, I did not expect this. Reed wins and defeats DJZ when he rolled him up and grabbed a handful of tights. So Reed defeats DJZ. Up next, we had a promo for the next big MLW event. Next big MLW TV taping. The promo for the event is called Intimidation. Intimidation Games is on March 2nd from Chicago. Intimidation Games is the next big MLW event. In early February, they had Super Fight, which these matches from this episode and last week's MLW were matches that were taped for Super Fight at the old ECW arena in Philly. So Intimidation Games is on March 2nd. And by the way, it will be live on March 2nd. It's going to be a live episode of MLW from Chicago. So up next, we have a question and answers video with Brian Pillman Jr. and Teddy Hart. Question and answers. It was pretty damn funny. These two guys work really well together. They had a lot of funny lines. Teddy Hart, Brian Pillman Jr. I believe someone asked Teddy Hart. I think these are questions from Twitter. And some woman asked him how she could get close to him or something. And he says back to her, well, he says, how you get close to me is you can pet my pussies. Or let me pet your pussy or something like that. He's talking about his cats, his pussy cats. Not the other pussy you're thinking of. You probably are thinking of it. Stop that. Go ahead. Think about whatever you want. I don't care. This is not a PG show. This is not a show for kids. So kids, turn it off. So anyways, Teddy Hart, something about, if you want to get close to me, you can pet my pussy. And then Brian Pillman Jr. had a funny line. saying something about you can pet Teddy's pussies if you want to be close to him or something like that. It was all funny stuff. Anyways, by the way, Teddy Hart, the guy recently, I think he's been out of jail over a year. Good for him. I believe he's been clean and sober. Good for him. I'm really happy for Teddy Hart. I'm a fan of the guy. The guy's a hell of a wrestler, hell of a talent. The guy can do anything inside that ring. And the guy's, I believe, like 39, 40 years old. Or close to 40. The guy is damn good still. I didn't see that much of Teddy Hart when he was younger. Sadly, I didn't. Saw a little bit of him when basically he really pissed off Ring of Honor. Long time ago, he pissed them off and never got to work for them again. Basically because he's being immature, I believe, and messed up. Or anyways, I did see a little bit of Teddy Hart in 2004 when he was in Major League Wrestling for a little bit. And actually took on Bryan Danielson in 2004 in Major League Wrestling. I believe it was January 2004. But I'm a fan of Teddy Hart. The past year, the guy's been damn good in Major League Wrestling and deserves a second chance. From all the fans, he definitely deserves a second chance. So after that, it was a Valentine's Day question and answers with Teddy Hart, Brian Pillman Jr. It's pretty funny. Watch it. Major League Wrestling, episode 44. And by the way, Teddy Hart is also a double champion in Major League Wrestling. He's a middleweight champion, and he's the new tag team champion with his cousin, Davey Boy Smith Jr. As Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Teddy Hart won the MLW tag titles the last week from the Lucha Bros, Pentagon and Phoenix. Up next, we had another match, Lucha Libre action. Gringo Loco taking on Puma King. Gringo Loco taking on Puma King. Puma King had a really cool look. He wore a mask. He had all gold gear. He looked like a cat, of course, because Pumas are cats. So Puma King had really cool gear. It was like all gold. So this was a good match. To start off, it was really good. Just start off with a quick exchange of just arm drags and flips and a lot of fast-paced Lucha Libre action. It was really good to start it off. And then also a lot of kickouts and one counts and near falls to start it off. So kind of surprised, but Gringo Loco, both of these guys were a little bit bigger for being luchadors. I don't know, they're maybe about, 250 at least. Close to over 250 probably. But Gringo Loco wins when he hits a Spanish fly off the top rope to Puma King. And it was a kind of a scary looking Spanish fly because almost looked like one of them were going to land on their head. So up next, by the way, the announcers were Matt Stryker and Rich Bocchini, the guy that used to call NXT matches in NXT. I would have liked to see Puma King win. The guy was really good. Puma King was good. Gringo Loco was good. They're both good. Gringo Loco wins. And what I really like about MLW is they have a lot of different styles. They got Lucha Libre. They got the American style. And a lot of other wrestling styles. The middleweight division also. And I believe in 2019, Court Bauer, the guy that runs MLW, Court Bauer, said in 2019, MLW is going to get a women's title. So I hope they start a women's division very soon because I love women's wrestling. Up next, we had MJF. MJF promo about Teddy Hart. During the promo, he says, I'm going to get my title back because he had to forfeit it because he's injured. He never lost it. MJF says about Teddy Hart, I never been to jail. I never did drugs. And that he's going to get his title back. So up next, we have a Tommy Dreamer promo. Tommy Dreamer is a part of the main event of this episode 44. Tommy Dreamer outside the ECW arena cutting a promo. So then after that, we go to a video package of Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc is returning to MLW, and they showed a video package that he is returning. So now we have the main event. Brian Pillman Jr. with a mystery partner taking on Tommy Dreamer with a mystery partner. I had a good guess of who I thought Tommy's partner was going to be, and I was right. So Brian Pillman Jr.'s partner, he picks Davey Boy Smith Jr. because they're tight. They're part of the Hart Foundation. So Tommy Dreamer comes out with, this was cool to hear. He had his original ECW theme. They actually got to play it. I guess MLW's not afraid of being sued, but they played Tommy Dreamer's original theme from ECW by Alice in Chains. Great song, by the way, Man in the Box. So Tommy Dreamer comes out, his mystery partner, the music hits, and you know right away who it is because of his music. It was Enter Sandman. The Sandman is Tommy Dreamer's partner. Enter Sandman. Sandman's entrance got a huge pop. A lot of fans were singing the Enter Sandman theme song that Metallica does. Legendary theme song, which ECW ripped off all those years, and now MLW played it too. I don't understand why MLW's not afraid to use it, but WWE was. I don't get that. Even though Sandman did have Enter Sandman play at 2005, a one-night stand, but after that, they didn't play it anymore because Vince did not want to pay. So anyways, right away the match starts off. Sandman is a lot of beers, opens like at least 7, 8 beers, is pouring them in the fans' mouths. I wouldn't enjoy that. If Sandman came up to me, I would not take the beer because I don't drink, so I would not want it. But anyway, still a good entrance, pouring a lot of beer in the fans' mouths. So right away the match starts off, and they go to the outside and start brawling on the floor. Tommy Dreamer back in the ring is getting pretty much owned and double teamed and owned by Pillman Jr. and Davey Boy Smith Jr. Dreamer was in a lot of trouble. Dreamer hits a pretty impressive looking cutter, RKO, whatever you want to call it. He got pretty high up in the air to hit that cutter. And anyways, 2 chairs are set up. Sandman ends up getting a Singapore cane. His hands on a Singapore cane. He's going after Brian Pillman, chase him around the ring. Brian Pillman tries to go under the ring and starts pulling somebody out from under the ring. Brian Pillman Jr. pulls out the Blue Mini. So this was pretty funny. Blue Mini comes out, does his little dance, and Sandman was about to crack the Blue Mini because Brian Pillman was holding him in front of him. And Sandman kept saying, move, move. Anyway, Sandman ended up cracking Brian Pillman with the Singapore cane in the back. Back into the ring. Double chairs are set up next to each other. Tommy Dreamer is going to, I believe, try to suplex or hit the Spicoli driver on Davey Boy through the chairs, but it backfired. Poor Tommy Dreamer. Guy's broke his back like twice. He's had a broken neck also. Tommy Dreamer has really given his heart and soul and body to the wrestling business. He really has. Tommy Dreamer gets power bombed by Davey Boy. Power bombed through the two chairs for the 1, 2, 3. Brian Pillman Jr., Davey Boy Smith Jr. get the win. Now to the final segment of this MLW episode 44 review. Final segment was a backstage promo. They said they were via satellite from Vegas. I don't believe they're in Vegas, but whatever. They're backstage behind the MLW logo. The Lucha Bros. They promoted it. The entire episode said, are the Lucha Bros going to leave MLW or are they going to stay? Where are they going to go? They have so many options. They could go anywhere. Lucha Bros start off a promo. Phoenix starts talking. Conan is there. And Pentagon is there too. Phoenix starts off talking in English. I believe he knows a lot of English. I don't know if Pentagon does. I really don't care if he knows English. They're both great. So Phoenix says we could go to AEW. We could go anywhere. AAA. I believe they are in AAA too. And they are also in Impact Wrestling still. Recently, the Lucha Brothers became the Impact World Tag Team Champions. So anyways, Lucha Brothers and then Pentagon starts talking in Spanish where they had English subtitles for what he was saying. Phoenix says we can go anywhere. We want to work all over the world. We want to work everywhere. Because we're taking over this entire world. And then he goes, we are taking over the entire planet or whatever he said, universe. He said the Lucha Bros will wrestle wherever. I believe Pentagon said this, or maybe Phoenix. They say we will wrestle wherever we want, whenever we want. And they said they are staying in Major League Wrestling. I hope they do, because I'm a fan of them in Major League Wrestling. Major League Wrestling gave them a push before Impact did, before AEW came around and tried to sign them. And I don't know. I mean, they say they're going to still be able to work for MLW. I hope it's true. Court Bauer says they're still going to be able to work there. But they're still with Impact. They're still going to try to work for AEW. They're still going to work for AAA. I understand AAA and AEW are going to have a relationship. Good for them. But the problem with AEW trying to sign all these wrestlers that still are going to be able to work anywhere else, that's not smart. It's not a smart move. In my opinion, it's not a smart business move for your company. Yeah, you can get the best talent on the indies. You can get the best talent, but they're probably only going to want to sign with you if they can work anywhere else. And that's going to backfire for AEW. It might already have. It might already has. Not have. It might already has backfired for AEW because one half of the Lucha Bros, Phoenix, got injured. I believe he'll be out a couple weeks. He injured his leg at an indie show in, I believe, Chicago. I think the company is called AAW. Anyways, Phoenix got injured. Now, what if he would get injured? I mean, what if somebody would get injured really bad on an indie show before Double or Nothing? And AEW promised they'd be at Double or Nothing. What if they get injured before Double or Nothing because AEW, you're letting them work wherever else they want? That's not smart, in my opinion. That is not smart. To be promoting talent like the Lucha Bros and Pac and maybe other guys and girls and women. You're going to promote that they're going to work for Double or Nothing, but you're going to let them do other shows before Double or Nothing when they could get injured. And then your whole Double or Nothing, a lot of the matches could all be screwed up and scrapped it. That's not how I run a company. If I was a boss, I would want my talent exclusively to AEW. I wouldn't want to let them work other shows because they could get injured and then you're screwed over. Or then you could think to yourself, damn it. If you're AEW, you could think, damn it. God damn, why did I let them work all these other places? I don't think that's smart. I think they should try to sign them to exclusive contracts to AEW. I get the talent that is coming in, that AEW is trying to get working relationships with other companies from AAA, from, I think, China, Oriental Wrestling Entertainment. They're trying to work with them. They're trying to work with, I forget the name of, I believe it's another women's company in Japan they're going to work with. That talent is not exclusive. I understand that. They're just working for AEW because you've got a working relationship with the company. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my MLW episode 44 review. Again, I'm a fan of MLW. I enjoy their product a lot. It's really good. It reminds me of a new ECW, and this show was in the ECW arena. You had a lot of nice nostalgia for old ECW fans. You got to see Sandman and Tommy Dreamer team up. That was cool to see. Lucha Bros are staying in MLW. I hope it's true and they don't end up not returning to MLW. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my Major League Wrestling episode 44 review. If I get a lot of views, I'll probably do another review for MLW every week, or at least once or twice a month. So like, comment, share, subscribe if you're an MLW fan. Support them and watch their shows on YouTube. On their YouTube channel, Major League Wrestling. Bye for now.